Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Welcome to whatever. Thanks for watching. Thumbs up, like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Here we are again, out cultivating finally. I know a lot of you guys have been wanting rain the whole month of June, and we're exactly the opposite. I'm not saying I don't want the rain, but we have been very wet the whole month of June, let's put it that way. And I have not been able to do cultivation practices efficiently by any means. This field here was a later planted field, and it's not as tall as the rest of it. This is the last field that I planted after a bunch of rain while I was planting, which stopped me from getting some pre-emergent passes done in the other fields of rain. So we've just been wet, and I'm not going to complain about it because last year we were in drought. It's just Mother Nature, you got to work with it. And here we are, got the cultivator set real deep, or aggressive I mean, train over there. And what we're trying to do is get enough dirt inside here in the rows to hopefully cover up most of the little weeds that are coming. I mean, you got some that there's just nothing I can do about them at this point. Had we been able to get in here with my finger weeder and the rotary hoe one more pass, a lot of these taller ones here would be gone. So right now we're trying to get these little ones inside of the rows, and I can't go as aggressive as I want to in this. But as you can see, you got all these little button weeds, velvet leaf, whatever you like to call them in your area. We're getting most of them covered up, and we're leaving a couple of them, and not much you can do. I'm really lucky that it's this clean for how much rain and the lack of cultivation this field has had. It's only been through 2 times with the rotary hoe since I planted it, and usually by now, well, the rotary hoe would have gone through it possibly 3 times, but I bought this finger weeder that has been amazing in the fields that we've been able to use it on, and I'll show you that. We'll go up here and we'll kind of look at this field up here when I get to it, and I guess I'll have to show you guys the finger weeder too, because you haven't seen that yet either. But anyhow, this should be my second cultivation pass on this, and I shouldn't be doing it as aggressive. We'd just be throwing a little bit of dirt in, but instead I've got them coulters set aggressive. I've got my shields all the way up, and we're throwing dirt in. I mean, if you can see the ridge that we're leaving already, this is usually pretty close to what I do on the last pass as far as ridging. So we got another 10-day forecast. Doesn't look like I'm going to have another chance to get into the field either. So it's a little bit wetter than you want it to be out here, but if I don't get it cultivated, a lot of these button weeds are going to take hold, and you can't zap them in the corn, so I got to do something. And here we go. I'm going to crawl up in the tractor and try to get you some footage. Recently broke my camera mount. I need to get another one. So it hasn't been the best footage lately. Kind of shaky, more so than what I'm used to, but or what you guys are used to. But either way, try to get some footage of it. Oh, one more thing. I took the guidance off of this and got this closer to the tractor, and it has made just a huge difference. That guidance was, I mean, it seemed like the coolest thing when I bought it, but God, what a headache, and it just didn't seem to help. Now having it tight with the tractor, no movement, closer to the tractor, we got way more control over this cultivator. So there's a little tip I found out if any of you guys are running a buffalo. All right, here we go. Get into some action and actually doing something instead of blabbing. Here we are in that second field. It was planted about 6 days before the front field up there that I started recording in here. You can see that there's some velvet leaf, button leaf, growing up in the middle, tine weeder, especially here in the tire tracks. Rotary hoe doesn't do as much in the tire tracks, so. But the tine weeder and the rotary hoe really did a good job at cleaning out inside of the roads. And what we're left with is, actually I'd say 95% of the weeds that are here are dead. And there's really not that many to begin with, so I definitely cannot complain about that considering the weather that we've had. What cultivation I did do really seemed to work. So I think in a year that I can get out here and do everything that I want to do, we'll stand to have a really good process to having some really clean corn. But I've said this before on my channel, you can't stress about the things you can't control. I did everything in my power to kill the weeds, and Mother Nature didn't work with me this year, so that's how it happens, and this is where I'm at now. Just count my blessings that it's as good as it is. So we're gonna keep rolling through this. I'll bring you back if I find anything else interesting going on. I'm sure I will. So here's the first of the fields that got planted. This was 10 days before the last clip that we were looking at, going through. It's right there at that limit to where once it rains again, I'm not going to be able to get through it in a couple of days. It's going to be too tall. We're doing quite a bit. And you can see where I've bent it over a little bit over here. Well, it's getting dark. Maybe you can't see in the camera, but where I'm driving, I bent it over, but it'll pop right back up. Don't you guys worry about that. So if I get this field done tonight, it'll be 70 acres that I got through. And all I've got left is down there, not quite to the tree line. So everything's moving good, I guess. I wish I could have got more done, but like I said, I'm not going to be able to get through it. You can see the storm clouds there getting ready to start rolling in. Looks to the radar, in a couple hours or so it'll be raining. So I'm going to keep going until I can't go anymore. Wish me luck. Meanwhile, I can show you all the fireflies out there, right? That time of year. My favorite time of year. Alright, here we are. It was July 1st. It's the last videos that we were watching. Finished up. This was the second field that I brought you to. First time I'm walking out into it. Kind of see how good of a job we did, and that's obviously it's as tall as I am now. There's no more cultivating it at this point. All in all, it's not too bad. Like I said, the weather didn't permit me to cultivate as much as I wanted to, but I guess I can't complain too much. Should have a pretty good stand of corn here. It's a nice, good green color. Yeah, all in all, I'm happy with it. This was a little bit dirtier of the fields, but not too bad at all. Not too bad. We had, I don't know, like 3 inches of rain the past few days. And there's more coming this evening. So at this point, I'm just watching it grow. Not much else you can do. I had to stop here for a minute. I love this view right here. This is all my organic corn. Just here next to me is my brother's conventional. Over here too. I like seeing my organic corn. I mean, it looks just as good as the conventional corn does. And it's a sense of pride that I carry. I don't know if I carry it well or what, but anyway, this definitely gives me a sense of pride. It's a lot of work to get it to be this way, and this year I wasn't able to do as much as I wanted. We're still looking good, but brother's corn is looking great too. That over there is his field, all the way back. But why I like it right here so much, it just 360-degree angle of family crops. Just definitely a sense of pride. I wish I was farming and all, you know, but all jokes aside, this is a neat spot, especially when you're in the cab tractor up high like this. But I'm headed down into the bottom grounds that I've planted with the cultivator. Let's see if we can get through it. I'll bring you back. Well, I had to come up here and take a look in the organic corn here. This is what I mean by I cannot complain about weeds. Now I would say 90 to 95% of the field looks like this. See, you know, you got a little bit of grass in there, and that comes from not being able to do the pre-emergent and, you know, some of the post-emergent, like I said how many times in this video. But I mean, come on, nice thick stalks. This is as high as I can reach. I don't know, I'd say it's 7.5 foot tall down here. Nice stand yet. Good population, it looks like. I haven't measured it, but just from eye, it appears to be right around the 32,000 mark that I shoot for. Maybe a little bit higher due to less cultivation this year, but it's pretty darn close. There's enough nitrogen on here, usable nitrogen this year, in theory, to get over 250 bushel on it. Now this corn, this organic number, is one of the new Blue River Viking mixes or whatever, and it has done 250 bushel on numerous test plots. So, you know, I'm hoping for 180. Anything above 180 would just be a great plus. And I mean, at 180, that covers bills, gives me a little bit of money to upgrade things. Like I said, anything over that is just a big bonus and money in my pocket. So can't argue with any of it. Now I've got a couple of fields that are not this clean. They're not terrible by any means, but they're not this clean. And I've got well, a gentleman's got a Viking seed organic test plot of different number corns, corns that I've planted in the past, and I believe he said he's got some of this number corn that we're going to go take a look at, and I'm going to do a crop update. We'll go around, take a look at my fields if you guys are interested in that. Keep an eye out for that video. And then I'll, on that test crop, I'm going to make sure that he gets me totals and everything at the end of the year, and I'll be asking, you know, what fertilizer, what was growing on it before, and I'm going to try to get all that information put together. You know, stuff that I want to know, and you know, stuff that you guys want to know. I might even take it as far as to ask them what his soil samples are, so we know pH and you know, it's just all those levels. You know, all that stuff goes into account, and then we should be able to make a pretty good assessment on what corn is going to grow better in our land. So if you guys are interested in that, definitely keep an eye out for that video. So now I'm going to go down here and we'll look at this corn that was planted in the middle of June, and we'll cultivate it and see what it looks like. Well, here we are down here, and this corn is not looking too bad actually. Stalk strength has definitely improved. I don't think it's as good as the Viking Blue River, but you know, that's got genetics bred into it to be able to get cultivated, grow fast, strong stalks, and fast growing for that fast canopy in the organics. I mean, which really kind of sounds like a good thing for any corn, but either way, this looks like it's doing pretty good. I figure it's the wet spot there that you knew not much was going to grow in it. But we're going to go through and cultivate this. As you see, it's got plenty of grass in it. This is not weed control. This is weed recovery at this point. And I got a feeling that this is going to need to be, well, my brother's got a 2-row burner that mounts on the back of a WD. So I got a feeling that there's going to be a video coming up soon of me running that mess that he's got going on. But I say that, but it's definitely functional, and it will recover all of my weed problems down here that I end up with. So more than likely be looking forward to a video on that. It is amazing what this cultivator does when you get her set right, though. Most of that has been ripped out. Like I said, we're not perfect by any means, but it's good enough that I come through here with a burner, and we're gonna have some good corn down here. Like I said, this is more weed recovery than it is weed prevention. That's just never a place that you want to be in the organics by any means. By the time you got this many weeds that you're looking at, you've messed up. And I'm going to say it one more time. Mother Nature didn't allow me to get down here. So here we are, and I've got some tools to fix it. So here I go. All in all, it's not too bad. Wet spot here. Looks pretty good. I think there'll be corn here. How good a corn it'll be, I don't know yet, but we'll find that out together later on in the fall. We'll see what happens. Keep you guys posted on it. So I think that's going to do it for this video. I sure appreciate everybody for watching. Like this episode, don't forget to hit thumbs up button, leave a comment.